brothers and sisters of my heart. My name is Julio. I'm going to play and sing a couple of songs to help me, to help you, to help us to harmonize ourselves, to prepare for the Spiritism talk tonight. So the first song called Vibration, and goes like this. When life lends a hand, it's time to open up your heart. It's time to love one another. It's time to take part. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. When we give our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into songs. Our dreams become reality, and we join Jesus for eternity. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. When we give our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into songs. Our dreams become reality, and we join Jesus for eternity. Now I'm gonna sing a song that really calmed me down. If I close my eyes to pray, I heard the sound of the sea far away. If I close my eyes to pray, Jesus cradles me, in his arms I sway. Body harmonizes, how well done made the hay. Music lifts his spirits in sweet ballet. Nature's love, a constant giveaway. In joy and peace, my heart finds its way. If I close my eyes to pray, Jesus cradles me, in his arms I sway. If I close my eyes to pray, I heard the sound of the sea far away. If I close my eyes to pray, Jesus cradles me, in his arms I sway. Body harmonizes, Jesus, here I am, my knees on the floor to say thank you, my Lord, for the lights that come through this door. Your love is the key to change the entire world. Using these chains wisely, we will live in peace and harmony. Now I understand, helping others is helping myself. Your words now are so crystal clear. Your teachings have no frontiers. To see how this transformation, we just have to put love in action. Now I understand, helping others is helping myself. Your words now are so crystal clear. Your teachings have no frontiers. To see all these transformations, we just have to put love in action. Do 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 do. A world where we will be as free as any bird flying in the sky, where peace prevails. That's what I dream for you and me. Moved by the light of love, no longer dimmed by who we were. We'll rise into what we are meant to be, among flowers shining with the glow of supernovas. Tokens of that endless love God feels for us. That's what I dream. I dream a new day is going to dawn, the rising of a different world, where eyes who seek out chances to do good, a world of peace and brotherhood awaits the change that we can make. And changing our hearts is the first step we must take. A world where we will be as free as any bird flying in the love, no longer dimmed by who we were. We'll rise into what we are meant to be, among flowers shining with the glow of supernovas, tokens of that endless love God feels for us. That's what I dream a new day is going to dawn, the rising of a different world, where eyes will seek out chances to do good. A world of peace and brotherhood awaits the change that we can make. And changing our hearts is the first step we must take.
Someone told me long ago that life is just a long road. Sorry, mate, but life to me is way much more. No matter what it seems to be, it's always time to make a change. Sometimes all we need is only one more chance. So try. Build that bridge over troubled waters, fly. If that's all that you have left to do, I want more happy sunny days. I want more happy smiles on your face, love sparkling the eyes. Tears no more sorrows, no more bad days, no more cries, no more dark hope. No more fear, no more fight. Someone told me long ago that life is just a long road. Sorry, babe, but life to me is way much more. No matter what it seems to be, it's always time to make a change. Sometimes all we need is only one more chance. So try, build a bridge over troubled water, fly. If that's all that you have left to do, I want more happy sunny days. I want more happy smiles on your face, love sparkling the eyes. Tears no more sorrow, no more bad days, no more cries, no more dark cold place, no more fear, no more fight. I want more happy sunny days. I want more happy smiles on your face, love sparkling the eyes. Tears no more sorrow, no more bad days, no more cries, no more dark cold place, no more fear, no more fight. Let the sun on the way shine, shine. Let the sun of the way shine, 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 shine.
Hello, friends. How is everybody doing on this Tuesday night? I hope everybody's doing okay. It's my pleasure to be here again for our Tuesday night for our time. And we want to first make sure that we don't forget to welcome all of you. So, thank you for being here now. And we welcome you if you are also listening to us not live, but on demand. So, as we start, we always like to do some announcements. We ask you to turn off your phone notifications if you can. Just find a quiet place with no interruptions, if possible, so that you can, uh, take advantage of and get all the benefits of this time together. And as always, our meeting format, it's more or less 30 days presentation, and then we have questions and answers or some comments, and then we have our spiritual care. So now is that time that I remind everybody to get your water. My water is right here. So grab a container of drinkable water, potable water, that can be magnetized during our spiritual treatment, and that you and your family can can drink that water during the week. We want to remind you all that we are always here on Tuesdays at 7:30 Central Time, but that and through Spiritism Canada, and both in Facebook and Instagram, and also in the First Continental Americas in their Facebook, but also on Saturdays at 7 p.m. Central Time, we are retransmitted by our wonderful friends, very dear friends from Kardec Radio in their Facebook and YouTube. If you like Spiritism, if you're curious about Spiritism, if you would like to um, learn a little bit more about Spiritism, um, we have a course for you that is free, that is online. So it's every Saturday at 5:15 Eastern Time, so 4:15 Central, called Get to Know Spiritism. So one new class is starting this coming Saturday, February 7th. So if you want more information, just contact us by, contacting us through our Facebook or our YouTube channels, and we can give you more information. But it's through Zoom, and it's free and online. So we hope you can join us. We also offer a gospel at home. The gospel at home is the practice of every week. You take 15, 20 minutes, same day, same time, a time that works best for you and for your family, or for the people that live in the same house as you, where you can read a little bit of the gospel and comment the gospel of Jesus Christ together, as a family, or by yourself if you live by yourself too, and that you can pray for your family, right? So we can help you get started and maintain that gospel at home. So if you are interested, just let us know. We also have what we call our vibration book, but it's actually, similar to a prayer book. Um, we have the link in the chat, and you can put as many names as you think are necessary. So anybody that you know, either yourself or a family member, a friend, anybody who needs prayer. It is confidential. It's a private list, but we will pray for the people in that list, so that the Jesus, their guardian angels, the good spirits can help them in whatever difficulties they are going through at the moment. So please feel free to add names to that list. But today we are all here to talk about chapter 13 of the Gospel according to Spiritism. Sorry. And the title is The Widow's Mite. So the chapter 13 is that chapter that is entitled Do Not Let Your Left Hand Know What Your Right Hand is Doing. And today we're gonna, not we, our friend Veronica is gonna cover items 5 to 10 and 19 to 20. But before I bring Veronica in and she will get us started, I just want to make sure that you know that you can make comments and questions. Just put them in the chat. We read them, we enjoy them, and we will address them at the end of the talk. So right now, I'll just invite our friend Veronica, and I'll see you all later.
Hello, everyone. Live on demand. Thank you for having me here and join me in the study today. Let's start with a prayer. So I invite all of you to close your eyes and set aside the rush of the day and search inside the greatness of our Creator. Try to reach the abundant light that is always toward us, coming from the love of our God. In gratitude for this moment, for being here, where we join together to receive enlightening teachings from the spirits, from the good spirits, to inspire us in our journey towards enlightenment, spiritual growth. May the teachings of we'll hear today inspire us to do the good, to help one another, to cultivate peace on earth. We are thankful for the good spirits that join us, helping us to find meaning in the words that we share today. We are so thankful because we have assistance in this moment. May the love of God and our Master Jesus be with us today and always. So be it. Okay, so today we are just changing the slides here. So today we have a reflection that invites us to rethink charity, not as something measured by abundance, but instead measured by intention, sacrifice, and love. So this teaching appears very simple, yet it overturns how we instinctively evaluate goodness and charity. So this here. Oops. So the chapter we are studying today are items 5 to 10 from the in 19 to 20 from chapter 13. And it starts with the parable of the widow's mite, right? The story of the widow's mite described in Mark and Luke. So Jesus is at the temple, and at distance, he observes the wealthy that puts some large amounts of money, right, in the offering table. And as he watches how Jesus is just watching how people give, and not how much. But Jesus, because he is a pure spirit, full of wisdom, he is able to separate what is the external gesture of giving money, and he separated that from the inner movement of the soul. So the intention of that soul in giving. And what he's also going to notice is a poor widow approaching, very quiet and humble. She offers 2 coins of almost not material value. Yet Jesus calls his disciples' attention to the widows. Why? Why he does that? Because he shows the disciples that her offering is not calculated, is not safe, and is not any comfortable to her. Her offering is everything she has. And he states that the widow's offering is the true measure of charity. So he shows in that teaching that charity is not measured by the monetary or material value, but the intention. So this moment reframes charity as an inner state rather than an external act. So let me go forward. So Jesus, from this lesson, redefines what means more or less in terms of charity. And he is showing the differences between giving from abundance versus giving from poverty. When we give from abundance, we don't feel deprived. We are giving the extra we have. But that's not the case of the widow. Jesus is not in this case condemning wealth, but he reveals that sacrifice transforms the value of the offering. So for that widow, because those 2 coins were a lot to her, her offering is much more valuable than giving from abundance, right? From the extra, the surplus we have. In Spiritist terms, this is the moral weight. So the value of the offering is the moral weight and is never proportional to the material weight. What elevates an act of charity is not its visibility or material value, but the inner cost. So we sometimes hear, if I had more, I would do more. Many of us recognize this thought, and it sounds even reasonable and virtuous because we are working with what we own, right? Well, the resources we have. But Kardec invites us to investigate whether this is always true, or whether does charity sometimes wait for comfort, security, or surplus to happen, or sometimes the excuses we make to avoid an act of charity. So we can always do charity later, never now, right? We are not ready right now. And note that we must examine our intentions honestly, not with the purpose of condemning others or condemning ourselves, but for our own growth. Spiritism teaches that our progress as mortal spirits requires self-knowledge. That's why this examination of our intentions when doing an act of charity needs to be looked into. So Kardec warns that even good intentions can hide self-interest. Not all charity is disinterested. And this happens when charity serves the self first, serves ourselves first. If helping others becomes secondary to personal pleasure, recognition, or comfort, its moral value diminishes. True charity begins when we place the other before ourselves, even quietly, even invisibly. So the true charity is very humble and very discreet. So, and what pleases God most? The most pleasing sacrifice is not money or its value, but the effort we make in that action. So it could be the time we give when we are tired, the talent we share without applause, or intelligence used to uplift rather than dominate. So Spiritism again reminds us that our progress is built through work. So all these small actions are helping to our moral and spiritual progress. And is not the case of a miracle of fortune or being rich that is going to always make us progress spiritually. So, there are cases when we cannot do everything. We lack resources. But then, here, Spiritism comes with reassurance, and the spirits are telling this lesson to us. Because even if we lack resources, if we have pure intentions, we should not despair the lack of material resources. God weighs the widow's mite more than unused gold, and the same will be for us. So the limitations we face will not diminish our merit. What matters is our fidelity to our conscience and perseverance in doing what is possible. So, is charity the only money? Is charity only money? That's a necessary question because we need to see charity in a more broad view. Is gold the only thing that can relieve suffering? Right? Must we remain inactive just because we lack money? And the Spirit's answer are very clear. Not at all. Charity can be expressed whenever there is a human relationship. And in line with the lessons from the widow, Kardec is clear by saying that those who sincerely desire to be useful to their brothers and sisters will find 1,000 opportunities. We are called to be charitable every day, many times a day. So, there are in life 1,000 of opportunities, as Kardec states. Where are these opportunities? We might ask, right? I don't see the opportunity. We have the opportunity to be charitable by listening, encouraging, offering patience, providing consolation, serving quietly, and many times by silencing. Everyone who has time, attention, or goodwill can practice charity. This is universal and is one of the Spiritism's most hopeful teachings, because this is at reach, charity is at reach of anyone. So the widow's mite today might be a little different, right? So what is the modern forms of the widow's mite? Today, the offering may be emotional rather than material. That could be restraint instead of retaliation, restrain a thought or a judgment, understanding, could be presence, be present instead of absence. These are all invisible offerings, but deeply transformative to the ones who need it. And many times it is presence, just being quiet, that is enough to help those who are suffering. So this section in the Gospel according to Spiritism also talks about Jesus is speaking about inviting the poor and the lame to our house instead of friends and family. And Jesus is there speaking figuratively, but with an eternal lesson about true charity. He teaches that we must be we must not have hidden intentions when giving. We should love without expectation of return, because charity that seeks recompense becomes an exchange. Is not charity anymore. But charity without return becomes moral elevation for our spiritual growth. So giving without return also makes us free. When we give without expecting return, we are liberated from pride, disappointment, resentment, and Spiritism teaches that the reward of good is not external. It is internal growth that comes with peace of mind and happiness. So that is our true recompense. And moral charity must be considered all the time. So this type of charity does not cost anything, yet it is everything. It is silence instead of humiliation, respect instead of correction, patience in place of irritation. This charity is very subtle and often overlooked, and many times judged by others as cowardice, as insecurity, as is negatively even many times considered in our around us. But yet it is very difficult and demanding for us, because it's easier for us to burst into rage, into hard words, and lose our temper, than actually remain serene in situations that sometimes we want to control or solve. But and although demanding, it is necessary, because these experiences can shape our souls profoundly and keep us on the path of self-enlightenment. So the teachings also for this chapter always try to clarify who is my neighbor. We must see beyond appearances to find our neighbor. Because when we see a poor person that we may reject today, they may be a familiar spirit tomorrow, or even a spirit that we accumulate debts in the past. And this is reminded by the Spiritist teachings that invite us to see beyond social roles and temporary conditions. Every encounter we have is a potential for an opportunity for charity. And charity can be practiced in many ways, even when we are alone. For example, through prayer that can console and vibrate towards those in need. We can use our words to guide others. We can use our actions to heal and to model doing good. Charity can adapt to our circumstances. It never excludes us from anything. Through charity, moral progress is accessible to all of us. So and there is sometimes where by doing charity, by doing an act of kindness, we meet ingratitude. What should we do? And the spirits tell us that this is a test and not a failure. Ingratitude can discourage many people to be involved in charity. But we must understand that the practice of true charity should not be influenced by ingratitude. And the Spiritism reframe this as a test of perseverance. So we must persevere in charity. Also, we should not limit ourselves to the moment of ingratitude, where it's just a fraction of time in our immortal existence. The good we do from the heart is never lost, and even forgotten acts continue to work beyond our sight. So then, we must always remember that a benefit is never lost, and the seeds of good will survive across lifetimes. Spiritism expands our view of consequence. It goes beyond the present life. So what does not bear fruit now may do so later, even in another existence. In the same way, charity contributes to collective progress, not just immediate outcomes. So we must trust in divine providence and remind ourselves that the seed of good always finds soil to grow. So then, as we get close to this reflection, if we can, let's get inspired by the words of the medium Chico Xavier, who was a living example of charity towards his life, right? His existence. Charity is a spiritual exercise. Who practices good puts in motion the forces of the soul. So as an exercise, we know that we need to practice that regularly so that this energy, this force in our soul can thrive and grow. And as we close our study, inspired by these words, let's ask us quietly, What is my widow's mite today? And let's pay attention because there are many opportunities. So this is our today's reflection. And thank you all for listening. And I hope we can, from this teaching, find encouragement and motivation to be more charitable in our days.
Hey, friends. So, what do y'all think about this great reflection? I had my book over here with me. I hope you had it too, The Gospel According to Spiritism. And I was, following, and how wonderful, right? It is um, to understand the different types of charity, right? That is not just material, it's just not alms, it's not just money, it's not just something material, but that there is moral charity too. And like in the spirits book says, right, it kind of pulls our ears and says, and that is the one that you do the least, right? But that it's probably more accessible to us if we have the effort. And what a great message from Jesus, right? Showing us, like our friend Veronica told us, that is not the amount of the alms or the charity that we do, but it's our intention, right? So in that case, the widow had very little, so whatever she gives has more value because she's giving more, not of her abundance, but maybe something that even she will lack if she, um, shares. So if you only have two and you give one, you still have one. But if you only have one and you either give to someone or you share with them, then that is even more valuable, right? Um, and towards the end of this chapter, really encouraging us, right? And showing us that everyone can practice charity, because charity is much more than just give money. So even if you don't have money or a lot of money, you still can contribute to co-creating an environment that is actually better for everybody, right? You can still spread benevolence and goodness to others. So I really hope that you all enjoyed, and that this reflection really was as important to you. It was for me as enjoyable as it was for me. And I encourage everybody to really read, go back and read the chapter, the sections, and think about it during the week, reflect on it. And like Veronica invited us, really see what is your widow's mite, right? Where are the places that I can be encouraged to even give a little bit, right? Not trying just to give from whatever area in our life that we have in abundance, but try to share really deeply, and without any intention of receiving anything back. So, friends, now we transition to our spiritual care. So, that part of our meeting, and our spiritual care consists of pass and the magnetization of the water, right? So, pass, if you don't know what pass is, it is a transfusion of spiritual energy that assists our physical, emotional, and mental balance. And our pass is this part of the spiritual treatment. It is directed, meaning that somebody is going to guide us through, the emotions, the imaginations, all the things that will need us to really enjoy this part. So if you want, you don't have to worry about what to do, what not to do. Just relax and really just follow what you are listening from the the video that will play, or just close your eyes, stay in prayer, and you'll be able to receive the benefits of the passes. And the water that I remind you in the beginning of our meeting today to set aside, the potable water, it's that water will receive healing energy for our body, for our soul, and you and your family can benefit throughout the week. So I usually have a bigger container for this time so that I can drink a little bit every day from Tuesday, now, today, until next week. So as we go into our spiritual care, I'm going to be invite you to pray with me one more time, and this is going to be our final prayer also. So let's close our eyes. Let's breathe and take it in, all this beautiful message of our Master Jesus about the value of the things that we do in the good. Thanking the Master Jesus, thanking God that doesn't matter how little we are, the little thing that we can contribute, if that is all that we can do, that is well accepted and that is really valuable and that counts. So may we all be encouraged to continue pushing ourselves to be better. And even when we are tired or we may be not so confident, or may we not be so happy, but in all those moments that we feel encouraged and motivated by the words of Jesus, that even that the more sacrifice that it is in our efforts to the good, that is more valuable. So may we be inspired by this invitation of Jesus, asking us to help one another, to help ourselves by becoming a better person, and to help him in constructing that kingdom of God, that kingdom of heaven that he told us, but to construct that already here and try, even if difficult, even if with difficulty, but to give our best so that we can transform ourselves and the environment around us. So may we not be discouraged, and may we have the confidence that Jesus, that God accepts our offerings and it can multiply and distribute our offerings to all that need. Let's also, with our hearts full of gratitude in preparation for the passes, also think about all our brothers and sisters whose names are in the prayer book, and may they all be assisted in whatever situation that they are going through. May God bless our homes, our places of work, and may our Master Jesus, our dear Master, stay with us today and always. And so be it.
Let's get ready for the pass and water fluidification. Please get a container with clean water to be fluidified. Brothers and sisters, it does not matter where you are, what type of hardships you are going through. Jesus is always ready to come and help us. Place yourself in a comfortable position which can make it easy for you to reach concentration and receptiveness. Breathe slowly and easily. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Fill up your lungs with air and let it out very slowly. Let tranquility and peace energies penetrate your lungs and move throughout your body. Your soul in harmony with your body feels easy and in peace. Let's imagine Jesus' passage, a clear day, the sun's golden rays illuminate the happy passage in Capharnaum. A lot of white houses, multicolored vines, and hopping birds fill the landscape with optimism. The news about cures attracted the crowd in need. Suddenly, Jesus appears slim and handsome. His tunic was hanging down to his feet. At sunset, all those with sick people hit by several illnesses would bring them, and as he placed his hands over each one, he would heal them. This is what Luke the evangelist says. Let's imagine Jesus approaching you. He holds his friendly hands over our head. Notice that from his generous hands, a waterfall with clear and pure water originated from his love come to bathe you. It flows on your head, goes down your shoulders, bathe all your being, and brings you peace, serenity, and balance. They remove all impurities and pacify you. Feel the water bathing you, cleaning. Breathe. Now, imagine Jesus as a sun before you. His light, his warmth surrounds you. Feel the healing energy that comes from Jesus towards you. He hears your prayers. Trust him. His love is endless and it follows you and protects you. It provides you with everything you need. Have faith. Absorb the healing energy from Jesus. His light surrounds you. Feel the energy going through all your body. Feel stronger and in peace. Lord Jesus, our divine friend, reach out your generous hands, Lord, and change this water into medicine for our physical and spiritual illnesses. Protect us, Jesus, with your peace. Spread those vibrations of love throughout my home, Lord. May peace, health, and tranquility reign here. We are very grateful to you, Jesus. Stay with us today and forever. Thank God. Please remember to use the fluidified water.
Friends, it's with the sweet vibrations of the passes that we bid you good night. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you have a great week. And don't forget to follow us at Spiritism Canada, Facebook and YouTube, and also in the Spiritist group, Path of Light. We thank you so much, and I hope to see you here again next week. Bye-bye, and God bless.
Come on, my friend, come to the light. we take peace and love and spread it to the world.